What's up guys, back again with another video. So doing something a little bit different today. This is going to be more like a climbing conditioning, so post climbing training, what kind of exercises and additional strength work I do just to kind of sustain a good base level of strength and fitness. It's not like a how-to video, it's more just an interest video in these are some ideas for what you could add in. For those that don't know, I am a fitness instructor, so I could try and do some more like technique videos, but this is more just when I shoved the camera on the end of a session the other week and thought I'll see what happens. Brilliant. So first things first, I always start with a standard pull-up. So this is where you're hanging on the bar. First you engage your shoulders and your upper back, your scapula, and then you pull up and you're pulling chest up to bar, nice and high, and then going back to a relaxed position, working that full range of motion. So these are really great for working kind of on your shoulders and your upper back. As you can see, the grip on this is a nice pronated grip, so the hands are kind of palms face onto the bar as you're pulling through, as you can see just there. As you pull up, nice and high, hold it, and then back down. Next we go on to the chin-up, so this is another version of the pull-up. This time you've got a supinated grip, and it's the same, starting from a nice low position, pull up, chest up to the bar. And as you can see, this time the supinated grip, so the hands are facing towards you. On these I could probably do with going a bit lower, getting a greater range of motion. But yeah, these are more kind of front of your shoulders and bicep heavy. Fantastic, and then we're on to dips. So these are on the parallel bars. So as you can see, you hold the bar, you dip down, and then you push back up. These really work kind of your chest and your shoulders and that upper back again. So we're dipping down nice and straight, trying to keep the kind of the wrists, elbows in line as you go down, so they're pointing upwards. Dip down, full range of motion, and then pressing back up, and trying to press all the way up to a kind of extended arm position again. As you can see, kicked with the legs a little bit just to help it come through. Next we're on to hanging leg raises. So these are great for that core activation. So here we're hanging on a bar, and then you're bringing your feet up, shins up to the bar. So start by really engaging the lower abs, and then just hinging upwards. As you can see here, ideally you want to pull up nice and straight. I'm slightly drifting over to the left, I was getting quite tired. Modification of this is to just bring knees into chest as well, so you're still hanging on the bar, but as you can see it's knees up to chest, and trying to stay nice and engaged again through the scapula and the shoulders as you're there hanging. So moving into more core activation stuff now, so this is high boat to low boat. And this is where we start in a high boat, which is that kind of tucked up position, and then we extend out into a low boat. So this, you want to keep your back, that nice sort of hollow body shape when you go down into that low boat position. So you can see there, I'm engaging my back, so my back's staying flat to the ground, and then I'm pressing up, lifting with kind of my upper abs first, through my core, up into that high boat. Legs, you're trying to keep kind of parallel to the ground. It changes a bit depending on how tired you are, but something along those lines. Next we're into the press up, so I feel like this is one of the best kind of all-round exercises. So these I'm doing on my fist. I'm kind of coming down, wrists, elbows are lined up vertically. Kind of the further over your wrists you go, kind of the more like the top of your shoulders, your pecs you work. As you shift further back, you start to move that kind of weight back. Here I'm doing it not on my fist, I'm doing it on my palm, so you can just play around with different variations, different widths as well. Narrow push-ups work your chest, wider push-ups work your upper back. Next we're into what I'm calling CHATARUNGA push-ups. You're starting in that CHATARUNGA there that's low, so everything's lined up, you can see you're nice and straight, and then you're pressing up through your arms to that extended position, ideally head facing forward. And these are great for kind of working your triceps and chest. There you go, so you can now see it side on, so we're pressing down. This is now on my palms, not my wrists. Chaturanga position, and then press up into that more like up dog position, and back down. So now we're on to a Russian twist. So I grabbed a dumbbell, I think it was about 10 kilograms, and effectively you're just in that high boat position and you're twisting that core, so you're getting full core rotation from your hips all the way up to your shoulders, and then trying to just extend around and doing about kind of 15 to 20 kind of per side. Some bicep curls, so again I think I picked up about a 15 kilogram dumbbell here. You're keeping that elbow nice and low, and you're just bringing your forearm up towards your bicep, working that. Because it's quite heavy weight, I was only then doing about 5 reps on each side, getting that arm nice and extended low, and then coming all the way up kind of as high as you can without trying to lift that elbow away from your side. Awesome, and then we've got shoulder taps. So here you're in a press up position and you're just bringing opposite hand to opposite shoulder while sustaining that nice high press up position. This is really good for kind of engaging that core and like properly locking off, as well as working on push-up strength and plank strength. Fantastic. Next we've got flutter kicks. So this is where you're lying on your back on the ground, you've got that nice hollow body shape, and you just flutter in those legs so your head can be up, nice and engaged through the core. Final exercise or two now. So next I do a handstand. So I do this, hold this for about a minute against the wall. So I'm pressing up through the shoulders, through the arms, and really trying to extend up. Great for sort of that shoulder activation. You can see I'm just dipping there, which isn't great. Final exercise is one I like to call skin the cat. This is where you're hanging on a bar and you're effectively rotating through, so you're doing that movement you can see through there. It's great for kind of your shoulder mobility as well as kind of core strength and shoulder strength. So we're going to go for it again. So you can see you're effectively doing like a knee leg raise, rolling through and then extending down. The further you extend, kind of the better your shoulder mobility. I'm a little bit tight today, so I wasn't extending that far. And I think I might perform it one more time. There you go. So you can see you're rolling through the bar, and it's really great just for that kind of shoulder mobility in that position there. And then back out, nice and controlled on the way down, just gives you a bit more core work as well. Nice one, guys. So I hope that's just giving you a little bit of insight into the type of exercises I do post climbing training session. They're great for just kind of continuing to develop that strength and mobility and just make sure that everything's kind of working the way it should. For each one of the exercises, I usually work kind of anywhere between 7 to 10 reps for about 3 sets, and don't tend to take too long in between the sets. Just kind of like bash on with it, so no more than kind of a minute. For the weights, I just pick a weight that I know I can do for that many reps, and then some of the ones later on, like the flutter kicks and the handstands, I kind of hold for 45 seconds to a minute, again depending on what sort of volume session I've done and how I'm feeling on the day. Let me know what you think, guys. Have you tried any of these exercises, or do you think any of them work? Should we add anything else into this? What do you guys do? I'd be curious to find out. And yeah, if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. Hopefully I'll be sharing maybe more like technique videos in the future as well, so stay tuned for those. Nice one, we'll see you next time.